8,
You're watching
7,
Experience Comic Culture and Sales.
5,
Streaming live daily to
4,
Facebook, YouTube,
3,
Twitch, and Twitter.
2, 1.
Gang, what is going on? Look at this. I got lighting going on. It's not too bad back there. Chucky's almost starting to take this seriously. Seriously though, you're on the EXP. This is me, Chuck Pineau, and we are doing Triple T Talking Treats Trivia. How did I forget the name for a second there? And you know what it is, man. We come in, we always bring in an absolutely awesome comic creator or creator of some kind. We have a great sit down with them, chat it up. What's up, Make Two? Stargazer, how's it going? Janice? We sit down, we have a great interview, we talk with them, we learn all about the cool stuff that they're making and working on. And are they are hypnotizing me a little bit. And so is that glare in my glasses. So yeah, we're going to do that. And then afterwards we do a trivia. And of course we have an awesome prize that is often left behind by our amazing guests. So you know what, man, you've had enough of my crap. Why don't we go straight to a commercial and then we're going to get everything started up.
You make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
What's going on, JD?
What is up, brother? How you doing? What is up, Streamland? How's everybody
I'm
doing?
good. Dude, I'm doing so good. I'm so I don't know what it is today. So hopefully I'm able to not babble too much.
Babble. That's what this is about. You know what I mean?
Right.
We're out there, we're hanging with friends, you know. We're talking to people who want to know more about comic books. Babble. That's what we're
Right?
here to do.
I gotta warn you though, from one guy who loves to curse to another, we are on a PG-13 network. I forgot to mention it beforehand. I was like, ooh, I'm gonna say it because I know one of us is gonna drop an F-bomb. Yeah, no problem.
Okay. So frogs, right? Frogs, permit. Okay, gotcha.
I'm all about that.
All right, and backside. Yes.
Right? We're basically allowed one. So if you steal my swear word, I can't say it towards the end. So frack the frack and frackers. Yeah, exactly.
I love money.
What's up, Ken Bird? So, all right, we got you out here because you are a freaking awesome comic creator, and you've got a bunch of titles under you. But right now, you've got a number 5 that you're pimping, right?
Yes. We're pimping out issue number 5 to the title Shield of the Interceptor. That's the flagship book of Unstoppable Comics.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit. Well, actually, no. You know what? Before we even get into that, tell us about you and the stuff that you create.
All right. So I've been making comic books since 2008 because I thought I was arrogant enough to know what I was doing, and I really didn't. It took me a couple of years to figure things out, to learn how to be a storyteller, to learn how to be a self-publisher. But once I did, we moved on from ash cans that we were printing out on the home computer to some print on demand stuff and learning the business and building up to where we're at a point where we've got 7 titles, a number of completed series or miniseries under our belts, and expanding more of what we can produce. We've done we've done zombie books, we've done horror books, we've done dark fantasy books. All out of, well, not all out of, because we also started publishing folks this year as well.
Oh, sweet. That's awesome. That's a big step too, whenever you're able to start taking other people under your wing and making that happen. So good on you, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I said this year. Man, I still think I'm in 2023, bro.
I know, right?
I'll fuck it out.
So you can say this past year and you're not wrong.
You're not wrong, but it's we got to get used to it. We're still in the early period of that transition where I got to change the phrasing of what I'm doing. So yeah, 2023, I started publishing somebody, and that was our book back here, Limbo. That was our dark fantasy book, published out of a team in Columbia. But like you asked, I'm putting together this bad boy here. This is our flagship book, this is Shield of the Interceptor. So this is issue number 1, but we are at issue number 5 currently, live on.
Is that a Union Jack that I see as part of his
And
symbol?
That is. Dude, look, most of us who are self-publishing, we grew up reading comic books, right?
Yeah.
And this was my place. Superheroes is my bread and butter. I cannot deny that. I cannot take away from that. One of my favorite books growing up was Captain America. All right. I came on strong. I grew up in New York, and I would pick up secondhand books at the corner stores, the bodegas that were out here.
Yeah.
Never really had comic book shops that I had access to. So things were sporadic. I never got complete stories. It wasn't until the U.S. agent years or that opening period, where he turned over, that I started to pick up stuff normally at Barnes and Nobles. Captain America 334 was that nice cover with John Walker and Lamar Hoskins coming down to cover. And it was big for me because I was in Puerto Rico when I got that. And I was with one of my grandmothers, and she was Afro-Latina, and she goes, look, one of them looks like you, one of them looks like me. And for me as a kid, oh my God, I've got a bonding moment with my grandma. But also that was the closest thing I was going to get to a Puerto Rican superhero. And I'm talking about Lamar, because when he made the jump from Bucky to Battlestar, I was like, oh, that was freaking cool for me. So that was stuck in there. So that was one of the inspirations for the Interceptor, right? And as I'm building up and doing my world building with all of this, I was trying to find a way to bring what I loved into what I wanted to do. So I wanted to have a shield slinger. But I couldn't write Captain America. So how do I go along those parallel lines, right? So whereas Captain America was here from the States, we went to Britain. And once I got to that part of it, I was like, oh, all right, what kind of mythologies can I bring into this? So you had Captain America's shield was based in science. The Interceptor shield comes from magic. Britain, Avalon, right? The sword Excalibur.
Yeah.
And as I started to go down that road, it was, okay, what if there was a shield that was supposed to be paired with the sword Excalibur? And what if it was lost? Not found until today. And that was the start of this journey. It allowed me to play in that sandbox, but not be bound by the rules.
Yeah.
So I'm able to take that with what I wanted to do and just grow, right? And we got to this point.
Dude, I love that idea, especially just being like, okay, like just kind of watching where it all goes down. Like, I want to do a Captain America-esque book, but obviously I don't want to redo Cap. So what does that look like? And just watching that all tumble down until eventually you're in Avalon. You've got, the shield paired. Like, that's such a cool idea. Do you have a connection to England at all? Or the United Kingdom? Have you had to do a lot of research?
Research, yes. Connection, other than James Bond and me doing junkie accents when I was at the pub, that was it. That was it. I was always a mythology junkie. I can't take away from that. I loved Hercules. I loved Thor, but that was my introduction to it. It's not like, I was reading the Odyssey, even though it was told to us to read it while we were in school. I wasn't gravitating towards that, right? My mythology were the comic books. So finding bits and pieces here and there. I mean, I'm not even going to deny that there's some of the Gargoyles cartoon inspiration in this, right? That's where a lot of my Avalon comes from. I don't know if anybody remembers that series at all, but once they got out of New York and Goliath was with his daughter traveling through the mist and the Lady of the Lake, it was just all of that was like, oh, I need more of that. I need more of that. Once I started to do the research into it, and I found so many different ties to religion and Christianity and the hunt for the Grail, I was like, okay, that's not an area I wanted to explore. But looking into the Lady of the Lake, because the Excalibur thing with the Lady of the Lake, but the Sword in the Stone, like where did it come from? At what point? Stuff like that. I was like, oh, where can I find the exact point that I want to start? And I found out that the Lady of the Lake had, or was referenced by 7 different personalities, or multiple different personalities. And I was like, okay, I could play with that. And we used the Lady of the Lake in this to be one person, but there were a bunch of women that went into putting the magic that was the Shield together. And the Shield also came from my love of cartoons. I loved He-Man. I loved Thundercats. They had swords. They were out there beefing, and you just never saw them use the swords offensively. So why have the sword, right? They always use the sword to defend a blast or something like that. And it's like, why not the Shield? So all of those different elements went into play in this.
So do we actually get to see him cut somebody?
Yeah. Yeah. In the first 2 issues, yes. But keep it in mind, that whole 1980s thing that it only had to be a robot or a monster or laser beams or stuff like that. So what does he do? He chops, a goblin in half, right? Because I do have some of those PG-13 elements embedded in my psyche. I can't get away from that. But trying to find a way to balance those things is the key in all of this. I want to tell a story that is interesting enough for the people that have money to buy it, but I also want it to be safe enough that when I'm at a convention or somebody wants to pass it on to a little dude or a little dudette, we can do that safely, right? So I will always say that some of my books are PG-13. The most you'll see is the Qbert language and some knuckle dusting, right?
Yeah.
You won't find a lot of boobs, a lot of nippiola, unless it's one of our dark fantasy books, right? And I let them know. You'll see right up on top for mature readers only. But with this stuff, trying to find a way to keep that balance is the key, I guess.
So I really like that. Is that connection, and I mean it's fine however it is, but like, is that connection to wanting to create a story kind of sort of all ages dish? Is that more because of where you came in as a kid, or is it you looking to the future going, man, I want other kids going in? Or
a little bit of all of that, I grew up a poor kid, right? I mentioned I was buying comic books at a bodega for used comic books, 50 cents a pop, right? So and it was at the corner of my grandmother's house. I loved going to grandma's because for $2 I was coming away like, I stole stuff, and I was happy with that. And one of the things that my mom encouraged was reading comic books, because I wasn't reading what school was telling me to read. Kept me literate, but it also kept me from being an knucklehead in the street.
Yeah.
Right. As long as I was reading a comic book, she knew it was home. I was safe. And I was devouring it. So comic books became my vice, right? And it's a good vice to have. So if I can pass that on, I'm hopefully, in the larger scheme of things, creating future me's, right?
Yeah. Dude, mad respect. I love that. So Janice and Stargazer both kind of, Janice is talking about how awesome your concept is. Stargazer said, my kids are listening during their homework while I cook dinner. I respect it. So my question would be, you've got issue 5 on Kickstarter right now. That then assumes that when they go to the Kickstarter to check it all out, they can get all 5 issues, right?
They could get all 5 single issues. We were doing the trade at Comic Cons, but I'm like, you know what? Let me bring the issues back, because sometimes people don't want to bite the whole thing. They just want to dip their toe in the water, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I want them to have that ability to do so. And sometimes the trade could have been overpriced. Plus, to have a trade and a comic book, sometimes people they want that synergy, right? They want things to sync. So that's why we did all single issues. This is very toned down to some of the other campaigns I've done. It's just one single cover. It is not, the multiple covers that we've done before. It's not the multiple premium covers that were higher end that propel a lot of campaigns to bigger numbers. I'm not opposed to doing that stuff. but I wanted to get back to basics, right? I wanted to get back on base, for lack of a better phrase. And I want to get people back into this, right? I mean, how many people are Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say another thing that I saw that you did was you also chose an artist who has worked with a lot of those characters that we enjoyed as kids. Can you tell them about that? Because that was something that really excited me.
So our cover artist is Francesco Tomaselli. He's done covers for Superman, Kneel Before Zod, Green Lantern, Thundercats. No, not Thundercats. I'm sorry. Transformers. He did one of the variant covers for Transformers #1 that was going around the floor at New York Comic Con. Power Rangers, Mighty Barbarians, Spawn, King Spawn, Scorched, Darkwing Duck.
Yeah.
You know, he's been around the block, right? So, you know, is he a major mainstream name? No. Is he a mainstream name that I can afford that doesn't break our budget? Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh,
I think that was
that's
New York
gorgeous.
Comic-Con exclusive. That was an awesome cover, man.
Yeah.
You know, and to know that, all right, we're making headway, that mainstream creators are comfortable or confident enough to work with me, feels like I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, I mean, because at the end of the day, their name's going to be on that book as much as yours. They have to be just as proud as you. So yeah, no, I think that's you're definitely doing something right, homie. Definitely.
Knock on wood that I keep doing something right. You know what I mean? Dude, making comic books ain't cheap, bro. It ain't cheap, bro. You know.
Well, so you were saying Darkwing Duck. Didn't he also do some covers for you were just Gargoyles?
I don't know, dude. His credits are deep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
after you get through like 30 or 40 images, you're like, do I have enough content? Did I miss anything? Did I overlook anything? You know, and you're like, okay. But if he did, you know, I see his name popping up in the previews catalog right now for some of the Spawn stuff that's coming up, and I'm just like, okay, you know.
But I mean, at the end of the day, he touched that stuff that we enjoyed as a kid, and that very much helped to create or inspire what you've got going on here, which I think is really cool.
And he's going to continue touching some of my stuff. You know, there's it's not
there's
just
kids listening. Come on, JD.
Comics. He's going to continue touching my comic covers. Right? But that's oh, there we go. That's his cover right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, beauty.
Dude, it's banging. You know what I mean? I really, really like it. So a lot of people do you know, the logo-less covers, right? The Virgin covers. That's going to be on the back cover of the book. So if people, you know, they don't have to buy something extra. If they want to display it from the front cover or the back cover, they can do so, because it's going to be in one charge. We've done that with some of our last releases. I also know comics are expensive. You know what I mean? So I'm not trying to break people's budget. These are the issues that we're looking at, right? So that's issues 1, 2, 3, and 4. Then we also have Storm Chasers #5, which is the first appearance of the Interceptor in the team book, the Storm Chasers. Then we have Unstoppable Origins #1, which is going to be his origin story is in that first issue. And then we got our character guide, right? Go back to the old Marvel Universe Handbook. That's what this bad boy is, right? Or DC's Who's Who. So it's a nice companion piece. You got the pinup on one side, and then you got the biography, the origin story, and then the stats to some of the characters that appear in the books. So you get a panel or two sometimes to get to see somebody, and those character guides let you explore a little bit more, play around with the mythology. So these are the preview pages. So the cover artist, like I said, was Francesco Tomaselli. Excuse me. The interior pages are from Andres Barrero. Andres did some books with us also, but he's also done Shield of the Interceptor issues 3 and 4, and he's also done some books for Zenescope as well.
Dude, that's so sick. And man, that art is looking gorgeous, by the way.
I'm loving it, dude.
Yeah.
At least the first half of the book is an entire action sequence, and it's like, oh, we don't want to take away from that. You got to let it play out.
Yeah.
And then we go into our story. So
I love
the issues 1 and 2 are one complete story. Issues 3 and 4 are a complete story. Issue number 5 starts a new arc, and that's going to be a 5-issue arc. So we're looking at releasing definitely issue 2 this year, and hopefully we can get out part 3. So 5, 6, we're looking to get out issue number 7, and then issue number 8, which will be part 4 of the arc, hopefully by the end of next year. The beginning of next year.
Yeah. Dude, that's freaking awesome though. So, and you already, like, how far ahead do you have this stuff planned?
This arc is currently written. The next arc has been fleshed out beyond an outline, and then the arc after that is just an outline. But I've got goalposts. I know where I want to go with this. How long can I keep it up financially? I don't know. It depends on the support that I continue to get. But each arc is a closing point. So it's not like people are going to say, oh my God, I didn't get the end of the story. You will get the end of, one particular narrative. Can I get to the entirety? Fingers crossed. Hopefully I do.
Make 2 has a really interesting question that I think we could both answer, but I'd love to hear your take on it. He says, I'm not a writer, but I've had ideas for stories. How would someone like me pass on an idea to a writer, or do writers tend to stick to their own stories?
As a writer, I'm sticking to my own stuff, brother. I'm not, or sister, I don't know, make 2, but whatchamacallit, I do tend to stick to my own because I've got such a bag of stuff that I want to get out. I'm not saying I'm not publishing other people. We are publishing other people, but these are folks that are coming to us with more than a concept. They've put some of their own skin into the game. Oh wow, you got people jumping in here, huh?
Oh yeah,
All right. But the best thing is we're in an age of crowdfunding. Find somebody that you can work with. Put something together. You will find an audience. This is the time to do all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Don't be scared. And information is out there on how to do this.
Yep. And what I will say though is that if you really don't feel like it's necessarily all right, Pop, your thing, what you can do is you can always find a writer, and find someone especially in the indie sphere and whatnot, who tell stories along the lines of what you want to tell. And it's very possible, to work with them where, you guys can create something together. Dude, so many people are open to that kind of stuff. So I would say, make 2, if that's something you're serious about, start checking out some of our creators and whatnot, check out the stories that they give out. And if there's any of those that really speak to you and that you think would kind of be a great way of telling your story, hit those people up. And you can always ask me. I'd be more than willing to tell you how to get in contact with them. JD, our producer, also said, thanks for all the likes. We're on the drive to 2,500. We have so much content and giveaways ready to drop when we hit 2,500 subs. So everybody who's here, please make sure to subscribe. We also have this weekend, the EXP Expo is coming this Saturday. And we're going to be, they're going to have so many big names. I saw a bunch of the names. I can't even remember them, but I just remember going, oh, crap, I'm so glad I don't have to interview any of those huge names. Dude, the last time I did a show, John Romita Jr. ended up doing a pop-in and hanging out with me. And I'm like, okay, don't appear nervous.
God, dude. I don't mark out for people, but I'd mark out for that,
Dude, he was awesome. He was so fun. He was such a good dude.
Dude, people knocked his first run on the X-Men, but I loved it. I loved it, dude. I'm sorry. I wasn't one of those kids who was ready for the Barry Windsor Smith time on the X-Men and Ramita or the later on the Rick Leonardi time. But for me, those John Romita Jr. Books on the X-Men were just like, yeah,
Yeah, no,
Over
I
here.
dug him, man, and his stuff since then has been ridiculous. Like he's done tons of great work. So yeah, man, in my mind, he's a living legend at this point.
100%, dude. His Daredevil
Yeah.
Yellow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's
No,
one of my
absolutely,
favorite
man.
miniseries over here, man. I can't. All right. Anyways, I'm sorry. I
I
could
know,
gush,
right? We're gonna gush. So, Shield of the Interceptor issue 5 is out there right now, guys.
Yes.
The Kickstarter's there, and you know what we ask you. JD has been nice enough to. Chuck was really right up in the camera for a minute. Thought I was watching John Candy's Dr. Duck. Yeah, sometimes I do that. I get really excited.
Wow.
So
I haven't heard of SCTV in years.
I know, dude. And I mean, I grew up in Canada, so yeah, I used to watch that all the time. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm Canadian,
nice.
yeah.
But I didn't know until about 10 years ago. That was Second City TV. I was like, what, it was the improv troupe. That's what it was.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, man, dude. So what we ask all of you guys is, JD has brought an absolutely awesome prize, which he's going to tell you about in just a second. So what we ask of you guys is, please, at the very least, check out the Kickstarter for Shield of the Interceptor issue 5 and share it around on your socials. He's been nice enough to get you guys a prize. So if you guys could at least share it out, show it off, that would be freaking awesome. We really appreciate it a lot.
You wanna do a single on the stuff that I'm going to be giving away?
Let's do it, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the things I love to do are trading cards, right? Trading cards were big with comic books, okay? But we're doing holochrome trading cards that we're going to be giving away. And these are premium cards, so they're going for like $5 a pop. I know it's hard to see a little bit because
can we get a quick JD single on him?
Yeah, here we go.
Awesome.
So this is our Limbo Open Almost Eternity trading card. This here is going to be a card that we are offering only to returning backers. So that's one of the things that we're doing. I don't have frequent flyer miles. I don't have one of those hole punch cards for your 7th coffee for free, right? But what I can do is thank the people who keep coming back to support our books. So they'd be getting one of these for free, right? So you'd be winning this in the prize tonight, along with our Dead Princess Vicky Sticks holochrome trading card and our Zombie New York versus the World trading card, which is honoring that Times Square Navy kiss, but with the zombie twist on it. So you'll be getting all 4 of those trading cards, along with the very first issue in print. As a thank you to Chuck and everybody who's watching the show tonight. Let me come in and jib jab with everybody.
Dude, and we already have several people. Janice and Stargazer both said we want to throw in. So,
my man,
let me know.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Stargazer. I appreciate it,
dude. But yeah, absolutely, guys. Thank you so much. I mean, JD, what you got here is looking really awesome. I'm super excited, and I hope that it just kills.
Oh, I hope so too.
I feel you. Even when it succeeds, you're like, I just want people to love it. So at
the end of the day, that's it.
Yeah.
Right. I love doing conventions. I do.
Yes.
And what some people can't do it financially. I get it. I love doing big shows because so many times as a comic book creator, it's a solitary process, right? It's rare that we get to talk on live streams with you and sometimes chat with the people, but getting that first person interaction is huge, man. And getting people who tell you firsthand what they think about the books, it's money in the bank, man. That fills that emotional bank.
Yeah, well, when they come back to the table, or when they come back the next year, like if you're doing a convention every year and they come back the next year, like Ken, I've got you. Don't worry, bud. I told you, Wendy and I are taking care of that. We're behind, but we got you. But yeah, we're sorry, I got lost for a second there. But yeah, when you can get that person to come back next year, it's so huge and such a big deal. So yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, and it came from making comic books, right? I mean, how much better can this get?
It starts from love.
It is.
Yeah, but
It is.
it all
You know
starts
that
from
this
love.
is
Yeah,
different.
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I can't say enough about this.
Dude, JD, thank you so much for coming out, man. I
Thanks for
really
having me,
appreciate you.
I appreciate you,
We're
man.
we're gonna head out to a break, but tell everyone one last time before we do head out, all about give them that final elevator pitch for Shield of the Interceptor 5.
All right, catch Shield of the Interceptor right now on Kickstarter, where you can pick up issue number 5 or issues number 1 through 4. He's the flagship character of the Unstoppable Comics universe. And if you just want some knuckle dusting, something where you can spend time forgetting about everything else that's going on around you, you're going to have a nice, deep, entertaining dive in the books that we make.
Dude, you're freaking awesome. Guys, we're going to be right back with some awesome trivia. And of course, the winner is going to get that sweet prize. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you right after these messages.
Peace.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.
Live from New York. What? Oh, sorry. Live from Cleveland? It's Friday night? It's Friday Night Live! With Nancy McCann. And Ricky. And sometimes Carlos. And featuring boxes and boxes of rare comics. Unique collectibles. Lots of smiles and conversations with new friends. Friday Night Live with Comics Unlimited. Friday night from 9 to 11 on The Experience.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
Make this rather snappy, won't you? I have some very heavy thinking to do before 10 o'clock.
Aw, isn't that the sweetest thing? Janet says, this is my new favorite channel, so down to earth. Girl, you're the best. Thank you. Okay, guys, so Wendy's out working tonight. I've got no Wendy, which is why we ended up going a little long. I didn't have someone going, come on, wrap it up, because I just love chatting with my guests so much. But you know what? I've got trivia here. We've got lots of questions, and we're going to be able to make this happen. For those of you guys who are new, because it looks like we do have some new people, first person to answer with the correct answer to each question gets 3 points. Second gets 2. Everyone else gets a point. So regardless, everybody gets points happening. We're gonna keep on pushing through. We have about 10 questions going on, and yeah, the winner, the person with the most points at the end, will get that sweet, sweet prize. So why don't we make this happen right now? And like I said, everyone just answer, like, no Google. I'm going to make sure that you guys get the answer. I'll give you a clue. So regardless, it's all just going to be fun and games. So let's do this. Question number 1. Where were the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and the Bill of Rights stored during World War II? Oh, wait. The way I wrote it, because the question mark almost looks like a 1 on my computer, I thought it said 3 for a second there, and I'm like, World War III, that one hasn't happened yet. Did I miss some miss a little bit of history or something? Like, shoot. Oh, okay. But yeah. Oh, okay. Philadelphia, Independence Hall. No. Yeah, not there. It actually is. It's at a site. What can I do for? It's at a fort. If that helps, I think that'll probably help a lot. Somewhere you would definitely want to keep important documents, which obviously Declaration of Independence, Constitution, Bill of Rights, pretty important. There we go. Yeah. Steve Vendetta's in there. Hey, bud, go away. Vendetta's in there for the 3 points. And we've got Stevie B for 2. Is this Stevie B Jr. or Senior this time? And then we've got Eddie has a point. Who else is in here? Make 2 gets a point. 2. Phil? Nice, Phil. Good to see you, Phil. Phil's got a point. Let's see who else has points. Stargazer has points. And yeah, okay. My basement, but don't tell. All right. And Eddie, of course, I keep forgetting to tell you guys this, but we also do points when you make me laugh. And yeah, it's Junior. Okay. But so yeah, when you do make me laugh, I throw you extra points. And hey, if you are watching there, Janice, you can answer. You're more than welcome to. And you can answer late too. So not an issue. Question number 2. In 2009, what became the first Morse code character to be added since World War II? You wouldn't be able to find it if you stored it in our basement. Yeah, we don't really have basements in Texas because flooding and the ground is so hard and everything. But yeah, up north, I feel that. So yeah, in 2009, what became the first Morse code character to be added since World War II? Think about the time, 2009. Character, copy new. Bart Simpson. Okay, when we talk about character, we're talking about letter, number, punctuation, winkety wink. What is a newer punctuation that would have been popular since? Hashtag's actually a really good one. You're much closer with the hashtag. Much closer with the hashtag. But that's not it. I was joking. Okay, asterisk is close. Let's just say with this new symbol, okay, yeah, Steve, thank you, Stevie B. Someone's got the correct one coming in. It's Stevie B. My man. And then we got Janice got a point. Good. So I just need someone else now to answer that one. So that we can give out the second point. So Stevie B guessed the right answer. I'm not gonna say what it is. Oh, did Eddie say at a long time ago? I'm gonna go back. Oh yeah, make 2 said it as well. Oh yeah, okay. I'm seeing this. Phil Ailing said it. Yeah, okay. So let me go back, boys. At for email. Oh, good job. Okay, yes. So Eddie did get it. 1, 2, 3. And then after that was Phil. Okay, Phil. Thank you. So Stevie B, 3, boom, boom. All right. Now I'm making it happen. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. I don't have Wendy here. That's going to be my excuse for the rest of the day. I don't have a Wendy. We called it pound in the day, yeah. Was Stevie second? I thought Phil was. I'm seeing Phil as second. Yeah, Phil's second, homie. His name's an Octothrope? Wow. Okay. Whew. Okay, Octothrope it is. Good to know. Question number 3. Thorpe. Okay, still. Wow. Here's one that I might not even have to give you clues for. We'll see. What kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a form of currency? What kind of bulbs were once exchanged as a kind of currency? And if you say light bulbs, you're probably wrong, and you can't even make me laugh now because I already said the joke. Oh, okay. Yeah. Look at this happening. You got Janet's incandescent. That's cute. I do like that. And Eddie did say light bulbs too. Stevie B came in with tulips. Nicely done. Stevie B came in, and then Phil right behind with tulip. And then, of course, everybody else got one as well. Ba-bam. All right. Yeah, that's right, guys. It is tulip. Not frickin' bad, eh? Beelzebubs. Eddie. Cute. I like it. Okay. I don't know if we did this question before. If we did, well, then those of you who've played before have an advantage. In what year was the internet open to the public? I didn't know that it was necessarily not open to the public before, but whatever. Good to know. And trying to think about how early on I was on the internet. Not that early, but well, if I say, then you guys have a better idea. We got 89, not that early. 91, Janice, you're closer. 92's close. There we are. We got a correct answer going on. Again, 185. He meant 1985. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. Yeah, Eddie did get it correct. So, and then, oh, Ryan's here. Okay, Ryan Riley. Ryan, nice to see you, man. I'll make sure you get a point. Who's the next one to say it? Phil. Okay, so yeah, it is 1993, gang, was the year when all the internet, when our lives changed forever. 1993. 420 BC. Cute. You already got your points. Let's do one more before we take a break. In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what? You've got mail. In the Catholic Church, the Bishop of Rome is a title more commonly known as what? Let's see. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Thank you, JD. I appreciate that. So Eddie came in first and Steve Vendetta right behind. Nicely done, boys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. That's right, guys. It is Pope. It is the Pope. So, Stargazer. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's Cardinal's different, but yeah, it is the Pope. Red Wing Blackbird. Okay. Thank you. All right. So we're gonna just keep on going. We're gonna keep continuing. Number 6. What was the first Disney animated feature movie that was not based on an already existing story? I mean, obviously, we're not including Stargazer. Okay, you know what, Star? I'm not allowed to say what you said, but I'm gonna give you an extra point anyways because that's funny. Not Mulan, not Fantasia, Snow White. There we are. Okay, cool. We do have a correct answer so far, and actually from a new player. What is up, Kyle? Side note, the Pope's Exorcist is called Terrible. That's funny. I haven't seen it yet, but that's freaking hilarious. So, yeah, Kyle Krupski said it first, and then Eddie Von B was right behind. So, Kyle gets the 3 points. Eddie gets the 2. Oh, no. 1, 2, 3. Eddie gets the 2, and then everybody else gets a point because the answer is Lion King. That's right. Mufasa wasn't real. It kills me, people. Kills me to say it. Mufasa, not real. I mean, yeah, Stevie B, you're preaching to the crowd here. You're right. If we are technical, Lion King was basically Hamlet. Yeah. In fact, we even had the moment where Scar is holding the of course Mufasa was Darth Vader. He was also the guy, the voice of CNN. Yeah, I watched it in theaters as a kid too, man. Dude, great movie. Sweet. Okay, cool. Question number 7. Which movie earned Steven Spielberg his first Oscar? Guy's been around forever, but how long did it take for him to get that first lady statue? E.T., not E.T. No. Yeah, not E.T. Oh, we got some good answers. We might even have a correct answer. In fact, you know what? Yeah. Stevie B came in first, but Kyle coming in close behind. 2, 3. Kyle gets the 2 points, and then everybody else gets 1 because the answer is in fact Schindler's List. So not freaking bad at all. Schindler's List is the correct answer. Yeah, it should have been Jaws, right? I agree. I totally agree. Sadly, not. But yeah, that would be the way to go. So yeah, Schindler's List is the correct answer. Going back to a little bit of Disney, actually, who was Walt Disney's favorite princess? I know, right? Janet says the list was his first. I'm surprised. Dude, absolutely. Yeah, I was surprised too. When I saw that, I'm like, wow, I would have thought he'd gotten something earlier. But yeah, for best director, yeah. Who was Walt Disney's favorite princess? And part of that, if you guys need, we're already getting Princess Leia, Vendetta. I'm giving you 2 points if you don't get the correct answer, because that was great. Princess Leia. We do have a correct answer so far, and we have 2 of them. In fact, Make 2 gets the 3 points, and right behind is Stevie B with Make 2 gets the 3 points. Stevie B gets the 2. And Eddie, I got to give you the 2 points because, oh my gosh, that's freaking hilarious. Princess Leia, killer. Yeah, guys, it was Cinderella, and in fact, I believe the castle is in for Disney is her castle. Jaws itself won Best Picture, but Spielberg wasn't even nominated. Yeah, I know, dude. What the heck, right? Probably because it was horror and it was the 70s, and screw those guys. You know what I'm saying? Some people's children. I don't know. Question number 9. What was the first cable television series to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series? I actually just started the series recently. I know I should have watched it a long time ago, but I only just got HBO. A winkety wink. And so I hadn't seen it before. But yeah, what was the first cable television series to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series? That was long before Oscars only went specifically to Oscar bait movies. Yeah, right. And okay, Janice got the channel. Thank you. You're correct. But Phil actually got the correct answer. And didn't. Yeah. Okay. And then Stevie B got it as well. So Phil gets the 3 points. 1, 2, 3. Stevie B gets the 2, and everybody else is going to get 1. Yes, guys, it is in fact Sopranos, which I've been watching and totally digging lately. It is a solid series. Sopranos, really great. Savannah's with nutmeg. Okay, yeah, all right. Sopranos ending was so. Don't tell me the ending. I'm only on season 3. I think we all know the ending, even without having watched it. But yeah, The Sopranos. Question 10. Final question, guys. Let's see if you can do this. Who is the most recent person to achieve EGOT status? EGOT, of course, being Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony. Yeah, see, Kyle says he loves the ending. I know certain people who love the ending. I think the ending very much has to do with whether you kind of get, I guess, the idea of the show or whatever. But again, I don't know it. Yeah, and I like this. JD says, I've heard the explanation of it, and I feel like it was excellent. I'll watch it. Elton John, no. Not the most recent. I don't know if I'm sure he had. I wouldn't be surprised if he had one. It makes sense for him to have Tony, Grammy. Yeah. I could imagine him having it, but not Elton John. It's an actress, female, African American. Maybe that helps. Not Lin-Manuel, not Jack Nicholson, not Charlie Cox. No, definitely not Barbie. Though I'm appreciating the answer. If you take away the Tony, it's all ego. Stevie Vendetta. Oh, dude. You're really going for those extra points today, homie. Not Felicia Keys. I mean, older woman. Didn't she have a TV show? I believe not Halle Berry. Didn't she have a TV show? Something about murder. I think so. I think she had a TV show about catching a murderer or something like that, or how to get away with murder. I think that might have been it. I honestly don't remember. So, but we do have correct answers now. So, who's our correct answer? Yeah, first one was Eddie, and then right behind was Eddie got Viola Davis, and then right behind was Stevie B. So we're gonna give Eddie the 3, Stevie B the 2, and then everyone else gets a point. Ba-doom, 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 bam, bam, bam. So yeah, you beat me to it, but I don't know her name. Yeah. Viola Davis, newest one to do it. I watched her thing on what was it? Hot Ones. She was amazing. So yeah, okay. I'm gonna go over these points really quick. Chat amongst yourselves, everybody. Dude, this is so close. Oh my gosh. All right, guys. Whew. Okay, really close. We haven't had this person win in a long time, but they've done it before, and they're Murder, She Wrote. And they are a solid player. Eddie Von B, my man. Chuck is counting this. Oh, I know, right? We'll have to go into another segment just for me to count. Eddie Von B won tonight's prize, that awesome prize. Please, everybody, check out Shield the Interceptor, issue 5 by J.D. Rosario. It's on Kickstarter right now. Absolutely. For all of you guys out there, make sure to sign up on Comic Shopping Experience so that you can register. Even if you didn't win today, register yourself so that when you do win, we've got all your information already and get it out to you. Stevie B, really close game tonight. Oh my gosh, so close. If I got the score, I think you're within 2 points or a point. Like, it was just ridiculous. Guys, thank you so much, man. Here on The Experience, JD Rosario, of course, sadly, Wendy, who could not be here today. Janice, thank you so much, guys. I hope to see you guys next week. No, Eddie, you don't need to register. We know where to send it to you. We will be here next week with Aaron Dow, and I will make sure all that information gets out here. My name is Chuck, and I give a fuck. I'll see you guys all next week. Take care.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out. Twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code.